prices are going up, salaries are staying the same, and this has been going on for a few years. So how do you save up to buy a home? Here with what you need to know is Shari, and we appreciate you joining us because I think home ownership still might be the American dream.
Absolutely.
So how much do you have to have these days as a down payment on a home?
Sure. Well, in a perfect world, we would all save 20% because with that, you don't have to pay for mortgage insurance, which is a big cost, and you're borrowing less money. Your loan amount is smaller, so your principal and interest every month is less, and you're able to pay off your mortgage and own your home free and clear sooner. The problem with that is it would take an average person somewhere between 15 and 20 years to save up that much money, which is the primary reason that most first-time home buyers are using Fannie, Freddie, and FHA loans. For those loans, you can get in with as little as 3% down. But overall, Roxanne, even that is hard to save, and that's why first-time home buyers are typically 40% of our market historically. Now, about 25% of those folks are actually missing.
So it still takes about $6,000 or $8,000 of 3%, when your average home is about $200,
well, more.
$250.
You have closing costs,
right,
moving costs,
yep.
maybe some immediate fix-up costs, so it's expensive.
So how do you save it? How do you get there?
Well, there are 4 basic strategies. So the first involves cutting your expenses. The second would involve liquidating some assets or converting assets. The third would involve increasing your income. And then the last one is assistance programs. So I recently heard from 3 young women, for example, single women who wanted to buy condos in the same building together. They were friends. They cut out their eating out every month and their drinking, and they instead did potluck dinners at each other's homes, and they invited friends. So you come up with a temporary solution for a couple of months that's going to help you save that money. When it comes to converting assets, a good friend of mine's daughter wanted to buy a home, so she contacted all of her mom's friends and asked for donations to a garage sale. Great way to liquidate some assets. She made about $2,000 and used that for her down payment. And we recently heard from a young gentleman who is a new lawyer working at the public defender's office, not making a lot of money. He got a part-time job at a doggy daycare on the weekends. So he didn't have to buy his own dog, and he was able to make some money. In terms of assistance, most people go to their family members, but if your family members can't really afford to help you get in a new home, there are over 2,000 state and local government programs around the country that will help you with grants, they'll help you with closing cost assistance, low interest rate loans, and your local realtors are really great resources who are familiar with a lot of those.
So they do have that info for you, because that's something, if you do some research, could really help you out.
Very underutilized, a lot of those programs, and they're readily available. You just need to know who to ask.
And maybe start early trying to save that down payment, even when you don't have a plan to buy a house, knowing that it might be down the road.
Well,
so you've got a few bucks in the bank.
The other really important thing is to know how much you're going to need. Meet with your loan officer or realtor beforehand so that you know that the source of those funds are going to be allowable sources. And then the biggie is to set up a separate account, because I can't tell you how many times we've seen folks put that money in with the rest of their money, and they don't know how much they've saved, or they end up spending it. So the separate account is real important.
Now, the home ownership can become a reality.
It's doable, and it's worth it.
It is. All right, Shari, thank you so much.
Sure.